Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me. Most lawyers won't even give me the time of day. Yes, my legal name is Destructo Wizard. I had it changed about 9-10 years ago. You know, to fit my business. I'm a sorcerer, and my business employs about 50 junior mages among other sorts that handle daily tasks. Mostly security. They're not unionized. Yes, the reason I called you is because one of my employees, former employee, had an on-site accident and is threatening to sue, even though I offered compensation. I was hoping we could settle, but I think he thinks he can get more if he takes this to court. I really don't have time for any sort of lengthy case, you know. Potions to brew, spells to cast, princesses to persuade to visit and all that. I won't deny it's a pretty serious injury. He took a bit of magma to the face and lost an eye, but I believe the compensation package I offered was more than enough to make up for it. Yes, magma. Well, you see, I run my business out of a very large tower, with many rare and expensive magical tomes and artifacts stored within. So, one of the security measures is a moat filled with lava, magma, usual volcanic trappings, and sometimes there'll be bubbles that pop and make a bit of a mess. In this case, there was a small burst, a guard was looking the wrong way, and took some magma in the eye. Yes, there were also facial burns, but nothing serious. He was provided medical treatment on site. I don't hire experienced healers for nothing. They healed the burns, but the eye could not be saved. It was cooked. The compensation I offered was 5,000 gold, a week's paid leave, and a replacement eye, naturally. Yes, a replacement eye. It's called Magi. It's one of the many products I've invented. Well, no, it doesn't work quite like a real eye, but it's just as good. Better than he'd get anywhere else. But of course, he just wants a bigger paycheck. The money won't last, but his lack of depth perception will. Utterly foolish. The replacement I offered is biomechanical. It's a genius bit of work, if I do say so myself. You see, there's a rare bird species. I won't even try to pronounce their scientific name. Most just call them eye birds. Not quite. See, instead of laying eggs, they lay eyes. Well, not really eyes. They're more squishy egg sacs that have similar properties to human eyes. And pupils. If you're able to remove them before the mother starts incubating them, you can halt their development and use them for all sorts of interesting things. Yes, like the Magi. Combining them with mechanical components, I invented an eye that has better distance viewing than the human eye, and it can detect previously invisible magic. The only downside is that it does stand out a bit, being half metal and all, but it can be removed and reinserted at will. Doesn't even need surgery to install. He refused to take it. It can't be vanity, he's already covered in scars. Scars that were from before the time he was employed by me, for the record. Oh yes, the Magi does work. We did product testing, of course. The issue is, it has limited selling potential because, well, you need to already be missing an eye to use it. That's why I was so eager to give him one. Free advertising. He is claiming negligence on my part, but I disagree. Every employee is fully informed of the tower's security measures during onboarding, from the lava moat to the traps in the stairwells. Considering the kinds of corporate espionage my business deals with, they are very necessary, as are the trick doors, mimics, and cursed artifacts. Every employee is trained on what steps to avoid in stairwells, which doors to never open, etc. Management literally walks them through the entire thing, and we do retraining yearly, and every alteration is forewarned with a company-wide update notice. I put in a great deal of effort to ensure the only people hurt by my security measures are intruders. This was a freak accident. Okay, well, no workplace is perfect. There have been a couple of injuries on site before, but none that have ever ended with a legal battle. A junior mage lost a hand to the pendulum trap once. There have been a few potion spills that have led to some bones missing, nothing unfixable, and some hearing loss from my pet bearwolf's howling. These things happen, all fairly compensated, all leading to updated safety regulations. It's not like I've learned nothing from these accidents. This is a dangerous business, but I do all I can to make it less dangerous for my employees. That's a rare find in this industry. You should see how Deathmage treats his staff. It's barbaric. I don't know how much he wants. I think he's holding back until he gets a lawyer. I really do want to settle this out of court. I'm willing to add more gold to the compensation package just to get him out of my hair. But I don't want to include the magi if he's not going to use it. They're not easy to make, you know. Fair enough, I'll eat the product loss on that one if it helps. I absolutely agree. I would not look good in court at all. I'm not an evil wizard. I am a vile sorcerer. As a lawyer, you ought to know that's a legally protected term. I didn't meet the baseline requirements for evil wizard certification. You need a dragon or monster of equal size or ferocity. A bearwolf doesn't cut it, apparently. They also told me that my employee's pay rate could hurt my chance at certification. The whole thing's a scam. I'm just going to stay vile, with employee loyalty. Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun on changing my name, but I'm not changing it back. It's too much paperwork. Yes, still looks bad to a judge either way, obviously. So, will you take me on as a client? Fabulous. If I get any more legal threats, I'll pass them on to you. I really should have done something like this ages ago, but when you're up to your ears in nefarious projects, it's hard to find the time to do anything. Thank you for being so understanding. You have all my contact info, right? Great. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch date with my fiancé. Oh, thank you. It was a very romantic proposal. Only had to do it about 10 times before she agreed. She's awfully stubborn. You know how royalty is. Anyway, have a good day. Diversity win. The vile sorcerer in a tower surrounded by lava is a lesbian. Actually, I guess you should have seen that coming. Thank you, Fierabraz, for the coffee donation.